What's up, guys, and welcome to part number 3 of the LEGO Museum in Prague, Czech Republic tour. You've seen part 1 and 2 where we toured the basement of the LEGO Museum, showcasing a room full of a LEGO city, dozens of display cases of sets as well as custom models, and today we're going to be heading upstairs for the final part of the museum, the Star Wars and the Space section. As we move up the stairs, it gets a lot darker than it was 2 levels down. You'll notice right in the background of this video there is now LEGO Star Wars music, and that is because this entire floor is space and Star Wars themed. They had everything from the Mars Ranger sets to the LEGO Ideas Apollo 11 spaceship, which is honestly still one of my favorite ones here, in this really cool display case held up by the wires, and then just a million different LEGO Star Wars sets and boxes on display. They had some original lunar lander sets, some original space sets, and they even had some power miner sets. In this section, there was a whole bunch of different LEGO sets coming from several different LEGO themes spanning the last several decades of LEGO's history. Especially looking at some of the older sets, it's really cool to see how they have evolved over the years and, well, showing some of the really cool sets that we haven't seen in a really long time. I know many fans are really jealous of those really cool Blacktron sets, especially all those neon colors, as well as the Life on Mars sets, which is one that I forgot was even a theme. We've also got a very large display case of the LEGO Power Miner set, which was a theme that came out when I was just getting started in collecting LEGO, and I only had a few of them, not nearly this many, so it was really cool to see and kind of reminisce on this theme for sure. And then there was this theme here called Spirus, which is one that I don't even remember LEGO having. Some of these Mars mission sets I remember quite vividly because once again they were released kind of when I was getting into collecting LEGO. I have a few of the smaller ones, but not nearly any of these larger ones. Which honestly, now I kind of regret because some of these sets are really neat looking. Like, they're pretty cool. This was a good theme back in the day. And then we've got some of the Space Police, which is from the first and the second line, I believe, of the LEGO System Space Police line. Including some of the much more recent Space Police sets. And now that we've seen some of the newer LEGO Space sets in a couple different sub-themes, I think it's time we get to what you are all waiting for, the classic space section. They had so many display cases here full of these classic space sets, and I don't want to waste any time jumping right into them. Holy crap, this is definitely the holy grail of classic space sets, for sure. Starting on the top shelf here, you can just see the many different sets that came from these years, you know, the 1980s and even some before and after. So many sets here, so many classic spacemen. Everything was neat because it really varied in condition just because these sets were definitely well loved and well played with. Some of them had the boxes, some of them didn't, and it was just really cool to see some of the different themes and stuff like that. You know, LEGO Systems, of course LEGO Land, it had the original base plate, and it even had the monorail, which would have been really cool if it would have been set up. And I recognize some of these from like my dad's childhood. On one of the shelves, we do actually have some of the LEGO Agent sets as well, which is another really great theme that I thought they had done up very nicely. And then right below that, of course, more classic space sets. I'm recognizing a few of these ones from recent hauls and stuff like that that I've done. I'm lucky to own some of these sets, which is really, really cool. And then, of course, they've got a few more LEGO Agent sets. And then we actually move down into the LEGO Star Wars section. So obviously the very first one here, the original Cloud City, which is worth thousands of dollars now. And then of course a large model of the Millennium Falcon, as well as a bunch of other large LEGO Star Wars models, including that Death Star. I've already shown you the massive collection of LEGO Star Wars boxes that they had, so here's a better look at some of the Star Wars sets. Now, you guys know I'm not a huge LEGO Star Wars fan, so I don't know a lot about the sets here, but I can just tell by looking at it, these are Star Wars sets from several different eras of the LEGO Star Wars, spanning the 20+ year history of LEGO Star Wars with the LEGO Group. One of my favorite display cases to look at was this massive one in the center of the room that really contained a bunch of the larger Star Wars sets, including a bunch of things hanging from the ceilings. They had a few scenes set up as well, which was really cool, and it was directly across from the other case of Star Wars sets and the space sets. You can see what it looks like from the other side. It was neat that they actually had part of it jetting out, so you could really see the Imperial Star Destroyer. And of course, just another look at the Cloud City, because that set is so incredible. It was truly neat to see the variety of Star Wars sets they had here, because like I said, they had anything from some of the newer, more recent releases to some of the very old sets, and were one of the LEGO's first releases of the Star Wars line. Even though I'm not a LEGO Star Wars fan, I could see in some of these Star Wars sets and just know that the value on them was pretty remarkable. Many of my viewers who are LEGO Star Wars fans, I know would have had such an incredible time here just looking at each and every one of these sets and really marveling in how cool they were, because they had a really great history here and a lot of variety. And like I shared with you guys earlier, I thought it was really cool that they had a bunch of the Star Wars ships hanging from the ceiling on the fishing line. It looked really awesome, and you could just see like the X-Wings flying and everything like that above the scene. Made it look a lot more realistic for sure. It was neat because they had the old Lego Death Star here, which was really cool, on a turnstile, so it actually turned around with a motor so you could see all the parts on the inside. They had several layers of Lego Star Wars ships, and the glass was all held up by brick-built things, whether they look like rocks or anything at all. It was pretty neat. And then again, more things hanging directly from the ceiling. I'm making sure I'm continuing to pan and show you a lot of these Star Wars scenes because there's not much I can talk about, but I know many of you are going to be really excited to see these. And then I just wanted to show you this last Star Wars case that was in the other room, once again just full of a variety of LEGO Star Wars sets from the last several eras. Alright guys, and this actually brings us to the end of part number 3 of the LEGO Museum in Prague tour. In part number 1 and 2, obviously you saw the downstairs of the museum, and then in part 3 I showed you the upper level. In part 4 I will be showing you the middle level, but that is just the store. So officially the tour of the museum has commenced. Overall, I had a really great experience at this museum. You got to see so many really cool and incredible things, and I definitely recommend going if you have the chance. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please don't forget to leave a like, comment, and of course, subscribe. Of course, come back for part number 4 of the museum tour, where I will be giving you a full overview of the store they had on the ground level. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day.